So you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying what it's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
if you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
You will perish. You understand? So we must continue to move forward.
Where are you from?
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And help me figure this out.
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Oh, it's good. Okay. That's what we out here for.
I'm African American. We got people from other nations.
Yep.
Okay? And we were taken and we had to abandon our religion and what we believed in.
Right.
Nothing personal.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
What was our religion?
Yes.
Give me that in
No.
Nah, we going to the Bible because this is our book.
No.
We're not going to give you our own vain thoughts and opinions. We're going to bring it straight out the Bible.
Okay.
Read it.
But here's my question.
Hold on. We're going to answer it.
Okay.
We're going to answer it. Go ahead and read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, who was Moses talking to? He was talking to the Israelites. You would know them as blacks and Latinos right now. All right? So, we would be taken away from our lands. Curses would come upon us. Watch this. I'm going to show you how we got to this land, because we're going to fully answer your question. Go to 68 real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more. And there thou shalt be sold unto thy enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So, we were brought in slavery by way of slave ships, sold to our enemies. And what did they do? They taught us false religions. They gave us false nationalities. Like you said, you're African American, right? Who's Africa named after? Who's America named after? Who told you were African American? Africa's named after a white Roman general, Leo Scipius Africanus. America's named after a white Italian explorer, Amerigo Vespucci. These are two white men. That's not you.
Okay, but let me go back to the point.
Go ahead.
When I asked you about American or African history and what religion we left,
we left this Bible. We left this Bible. That's what we left.
Okay, hold on. I asked you what the religion was, and we don't know. But the question I'm saying is what's being referenced is the same Bible that the white guy gave you.
But they didn't. Because you got to understand, this Bible was written by our forefathers. Right. Now, in slavery, they took this Bible, which they knew we would obey, and gave us a false version of the Bible. They gave us Christianity. Their version. Not the Bible as it's written.
Yes, sir. Don't go.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What's your name, brother?
My name is Lee.
Lee? Okay, I'm Kim. You will. Good to meet you. Can you kill?
Can I kill?
Yeah.
We all have the ability to kill.
Okay, and what'll happen?
I choose not to.
What will happen if you kill someone?
Oh, you just gave your soul away. You're done. You won't make it happen.
What will happen if you kill someone?
I guess you get punished.
You guess?
If you get caught.
You guess you get punished. Hey, Lee. Can we be honest today? This is Sabbath day. Can we, sister? You listening? You got any questions? I want you to hear this. Can we be honest today? You know, black people don't like being honest. Let's be honest about that. Black people don't like being honest. So let's be honest, Lee. Can you kill? And if you kill, is there a penalty? Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the penalty?
Are you talking about from society or are you talking about from heaven?
Yeah, that's what you are.
What's the penalty?
You can go to jail.
Okay, that's one penalty. Okay. Now, that penalty came from who?
The laws of the land.
The laws of the land.
Those that wrote the law.
Okay, those that wrote the law. Okay. So now, what does God say if you kill?
It's flat out, thou shalt not kill.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. But wait a minute. Thought this was a white man's book.
Doesn't make a difference. If that's what we were taught, that's all we know.
So then why did you come up here and question whether this is a white man's book, and now you're saying it doesn't make a difference if it's a white man's book, because that's what we were taught.
No.
That's confusionly.
My original question
Okay.
was what?
Our religion.
What was my original question?
Ask it again. That's what I heard you say about our religion. Go ahead, frame it again.
My original question is, if we were taken from a country,
right,
and brought over to this land,
right,
to the U.S. or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's called Babylon, but yeah.
Okay. What was our religion that was abandoned?
Very good question.
That we left.
That's a very good question,
If
Lee.
it was taken from us, they said.
No, that's a very good question. We're gonna answer it. So, did you hear the question, sis? He said that us being taken from our homeland, right? So, which is our homeland? Let's start there first.
That's Africa.
What?
Africa.
Africa? Africa's a big continent.
Understood.
So, what part of Africa?
Again, I don't have that answer.
Okay, so now, that's a very good answer. You don't have the answer. Where we from in Africa? You don't know either. So now, I'm going to show you, I'm going to systematically answer your question. First, let's get Isaiah 1 and 3, because you don't even know where our homeland is. Sis don't even know where our homeland is. So we're going to show you this ain't a white man's book, because this is speaking strictly to us.
Right.
And it was written by black men who are the Israelites.
Right.
And we're going to show you that too. Isaiah 1 and 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So now, what's an ox?
Like a bull.
Okay, it's an animal, right? All right. They used to use oxes and hook, to plow and stuff, right? So it's a beast of burden, right? What's an ass?
A jackass, like a
Okay.
donkey.
A donkey. You agree? Are they smart animals?
No, they're stubborn.
Okay. They're what?
Stubborn.
Wow, stubborn. It's the reason the Lord used these two animals to describe Israel. Read it again.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Let me ask you something, sister. Are black people stubborn? Oh, sister said they stubborn. Lee, are black people stubborn? Yes, read.
But Israel doth not know.
But who?
But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
My people does not consider. So you got to wonder, why are we the lowest people on the earth? We don't consider that certain things we do, going back to your question about our religion, like buying and selling on the Sabbath day, keep us on the bottom of society. We will show you that. Now, let's go back and answer his question about religion. Give me first Maccabees. Are you familiar with the Greeks?
No.
No. You ever heard of Alexander the Great?
Yes.
You ever heard of Alexander the Great? We've been taught about Alexander the Great in school, right, growing up. He wasn't great to us. Alexander the Great, or Alexander the Greek, was a Caucasian.
Right.
Okay, so-called white man, as you know today. All right? He conquered and ruled the earth. And you know what he did with us? He had us in captivity. You understand? Let's read what our religion is.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice.
Now Mattathias had sons. You ever heard of the Hasmoneans? Okay, they were black men. They were, today if they were walking the earth, you would call them Haitians.
That's right.
Question. I'm just trying to.
Okay.
What was the name you just gave?
Hasmoneans.
Okay, now where's he in the picture? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Because we're going to show you that this man that had these sons of the tribe of Levi, the priests, they were fighting on our behalf against our oppressors that were selling us as slaves. Our oppressors that made us forget our religion. And we're going to answer what the religion is that they made us forget. Go ahead.
All the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from his religion of their fathers.
Fall away from the religion of their fathers. Read.
And gave consent to his commandment. Yet would I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
So we walk in the covenant of our fathers. Our fathers were given laws, statutes, and commandments. Give me Deuteronomy 4.
Real quick. The statement that he just read,
Yes.
is that about the Alexander the Great guy?
No, that's our people, okay? So I'm going to paint the picture for you.
And that's why I'm, okay.
Our people were under captivity, under subjection to the other nations, like we are today. Here's an example. How many black-owned businesses are in the hood? Let's deal with simple stuff. How many black-owned businesses are in the hood? Lee?
I'm new here, so all I can say is
Where you from?
Missouri.
How many black-owned businesses in St. Louis in the hood?
Probably 30%.
Probably 30%? Okay. Of those 30%, how many of them are barbershops or food or eateries?
90%.
So now, do you have a phone?
Yeah.
So why don't we have a phone store that we own? You have a refrigerator? Do we sell each other refrigerators? You got a car? Where's the black-owned dealer that gets his parts and his cars from other black people? So we're under subjection. And all these other nations are profiting off of us. I'm going to get you in just a second, all right? You understand? You with me so far?
Oh, yeah.
Now we're in this position because we abandoned the laws of our fathers. Now we're going to read what that is. Deuteronomy started 4 and 5.
Bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 5. And I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded.
So now this is Moses speaking to the Israelites. That's us. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He said, I've taught you statutes and commandments. Have you heard this in church before? What we're reading. Have you heard this in church? No? No. Have you heard this in church? What we're reading right now. Have you heard this in church?
So repeat that again. I was reading this.
Read that again.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God has commanded me, that I should do so in the land whether you go to possess it.
So now, this was Moses speaking us in the wilderness because he said there's a land God promised our forefathers we were going to possess. That's why I asked you where we from. You say, oh, Africa. But where's that land that he said we were going to possess? Sister, where's that land we were going to possess that was promised to our forefathers? You don't know? Sister, you know? Okay, all praises. And that's fine. But this shows you that our pastors haven't taught us nothing.
Right. That's right.
Read.
Keep therefore and do them. And this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of all the nations.
So it says, keep these statutes and commandments I'm going to teach you and do them. And this is your wisdom in the sight of the nations. Today, are black people considered wise people by the rest of the people on the earth? No. Yeah. So then that means something we were supposed to do, we abandoned. If we're not considered wise. Because God said, read it again.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that we should do so in the land whether you possess it, to keep therefore and do them.
Now, I'm going to show you one of those statutes, one of those laws, all right, Lee? Deuteronomy 21 and 5, Leviticus 21 and 5. Come on back up with that, Jeff.
Leviticus 21 and 5. So we showing you the statutes in the Bible. Because your question was, brother, what religion did we leave away from? So the officer brought it out. This is what we left away from, these laws, statutes, and commandments. Now, you said you from where?
Missouri.
Where at? St. Louis. So guess what? I was right down the street, Kansas City. The Lord brought you up here for a reason. Because I can relate to where you from. Because he was asking you about the conditions, all those different things. Guess what? We at the bottom. We at the bottom. We giving you the sense right now. Watch this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So what does that mean? They shall not make baldness upon their head. No idea? You ever seen Jordan? Jordan's hair? What's hair look like?
Oh, well, that's me too.
Yeah. And a lot of our men do that, right? We just go ahead and cut it off. You might get a little up in age, different things like that, and we think it's okay. Why? Because they show that image in society. They show the greatest sports players doing it. The Lord said what?
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
The Lord said you shall not make baldness upon your head, meaning you can't shave your head smooth off. You can't shave it clean bald. Have you ever heard that? Did the pastor ever teach that?
No, I never.
Sis, have you ever heard that law taught in church? Just like the officer was bringing out, these pastors ain't taught us nothing.
No.
They ain't taught us nothing. They'll preach you happy in church just to get in your pockets, get your money. And then you'll go home and won't remember a word they said. That's why we got to bring our people back to what we were supposed to be doing in the first place.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.